በአባትና በወልድም ቢጋድ ወሰዱት ስም and behold that it to the ancestors who walked before the alphabet.
In Ethiopia, we say inkutirta when we ask for forgiveness. But today, I am not here to apologize. I am here to wake you up. Welcome to Alchemize Soul 33. I am Sheba, yes, like the queen. But unlike her, I did not come bearing gold and frankincense for Solomon. I came bearing a mirror for you. Today is Juneteenth, June 19th, 1865. Galveston, Texas. 2.5 years after the paper was signed, the last enslaved Africans in America heard the news. 2.5 years of managed ignorance. 2.5 years of a lie monetized by stolen breath. Here is my question to you, child of the diaspora. If the master back then profited by withholding information, who is profiting by flooding your feed with disinformation right now? The monetization of ignorance. We are dissecting the monetization of ignorance. We are looking at the algorithm wars. And I am asking you, as a daughter of the land where humanity first walked, how do you free your mind when the enemy doesn't wear a hood, but wears a blue check mark? Let me tell you something about my people. We have 80 plus languages. We have a calendar that is 7 years behind the West. We have a church carved into rock that has stood for a millennium. And do you know what colonialism tried to steal from us? Not just gold, not just land, they tried to steal our memory. Because if you control what people remember, you control what they become. Today, the colonizer is not a man with a rifle. It is an algorithm. And it is hungry. Listen to me carefully. Social media platforms are not social. They are not media. They are extraction engines. And the commodity they mine is not your data, that is just the shovel. The commodity is your ignorance. Think about it, child. Peace does not scroll. Nuance does not go viral. A solved human being does not click on the banner ad for anxiety relief. The algorithm doesn't hate you, it is a machine. It is indifferent. It is a mirror of capital. And capital loves a frantic mind. When you are angry, you engage. When you are confused, you search. When you are scared, you buy. The algorithm wars are fought over the territory of your attention span. TikTok, X, Instagram, they are not arguing over code. They are arguing over who gets to keep you unfinished. And here is the Juneteenth link, my love. Emotional emancipation was always the prerequisite for physical emancipation. When you are addicted to outrage, you are still on a psychological plantation. Your labor, your mental labor is free, and it is burning calories you need for your liberation. In Ethiopia, we have a saying, when the spider webs unite, they can tie up a lion. But if that lion is distracted, scratching at the flies of outrage, the spider wins every time. Let's get visceral. You talk about the algorithm like it's a weather pattern. It is not. An algorithm is a set of instructions. Right now, the instruction set is maximize time on screen at any moral cost. I watched the TikTok ban discourse. I watched the meta privacy debates. And I laughed not because it isn't serious, but because nobody wants to admit that the real war is internal. The algorithm war is the war between the algorithm's goal, keep you reacting, and your soul's goal, keep you evolving. On Juneteenth, we celebrate Jubilee, the breaking of chains. But if every time you pick up your phone, you are served a video that makes you hate your cousin, a tweet that makes you despair for the future, and a reel that makes you feel poor, are you free? Or are you just free range? My grandmother used to tell me stories of the Grang, the invaders who came on horses. You knew who the enemy was because you could see his face. You could hear his horse. You could smell the smoke. Now, the invader is in your pocket, and it knows your trauma better than your therapist does. The monetization of ignorance. Social media knows that showing you one video of police brutality, then a cat video, then a thirst trap, then an ad for meditation, keeps you scrolling and then profiting. It keeps you dissociated. And dissociation is the death of alchemy. You cannot transmute lead into gold if you cannot feel the weight of the lead. Let's talk about race. We have to. There is a reason disinformation campaigns target Black Twitter, Latinx TikTok, and rural white Facebook simultaneously. Digital redlining. They serve you the content that destabilizes your specific ecosystem. For the Black user in America, the algorithm often amplifies trauma porn, respectability politics, and intra-community conflict. Why? Because a divided tribe does not organize. A divided tribe does not strike. A divided tribe clicks on ads for lawyers, hair products, and fast cash. In Ethiopia, we have a history of unity. We were never colonized, except for 5 years under Mussolini. And do you know how we survived? We did not fight each other. We fought the outsider. We put down our tribal differences. We remembered we were one people under the sky. On this Juneteenth, we have to ask, was the real abolitionist work of 1865 simply reading the newspaper? Yes. Frederick Douglass knew. Harriet Tubman knew. Literacy was the underground railroad of the mind. Now, the algorithm is burning the library. Not by removing books, but by making you scroll past them so fast you cannot read the spine. If you want to monetize ignorance, you make the truth boring, you make the lie loud, and you make the seeker tired. But I am a daughter of the Queen of Sheba. We do not get tired. We get strategic. So what do? We cannot smash the phone. The ancestors did not burn the boat when they got to the shore, they built docks. Here is the praxis. The Alchemized soul prescription for the algorithm wars. Somatic breaks. The algorithm cannot hack your breath. When you feel the rage spike, the hot neck, the clenched jaw, the pounding in your temples, that is the signal. Put the phone down. Not for a dopamine detox, for an ignorance detox. Touch something real, wood, water, soil. In Ethiopia, we have the Buna ceremony, coffee. It takes 3 hours, 3 hours of presence. 3 hours of roasting, grinding, brewing, pouring, sipping. 3 hours of presence. The algorithm dies in the presence of coffee. Intentional ignorance. You get to choose what you do not know. You do not have to watch the video of the fight. You do not have to read the comment from the troll. Ignorance is only a weapon when it is imposed on you. Chosen ignorance, I do not consent to that narrative, was armor. 3. The Juneteenth Protocol. For 2 minutes today, imagine you found out 2 years late. Imagine you were free, but did not know it. Would you scroll, or would you dance? The monetization of ignorance. They feed on our attention, turning our souls into data. We must rise and reclaim our light. The algorithm wants you to forget that you are already free. The work is already done. You are not fighting for liberation anymore. You are fighting for liberation. I remember the Eskista, the shoulder dance of my people. It is a dance of the spine. It says, I am upright, I am whole, I am here. When you scroll, your spine curves. When you dance, your spine lifts. Choose the lift. This Juneteenth, please do one thing. Open your screen time report. Look at the top 3 apps. Ask yourself, is this app paying me in liberation or looting my ignorance? That is purity culture. That is the colonizers' binary. Instead, curate them. Mute the noise. Do not delete them. Block the rage bait. Follow the elders who post sunsets. Follow the historian who posts boring charts. Follow the gardener who posts the dirt. Starve the beast. You are not a user. You are not a consumer. You are not a product. You are a soul having a human experience. And the soul has no scroll bar. The soul has no algorithm. The soul knows only one thing: connection. Remember, you are the algorithm now. Choose the instruction. Choose the breath. Choose the dance. Yetemirtu yene zemedoch. Be wise, my kin. And jubilee. Peace, children, and salam.